Welcome to episode 2 of the Young Minds Podcast. I'm Alejandro Juarez, and my co-host joining me today.
Hi, I'm Natalie.
I'm Ami Aguilar.
And for today's episode, we have a special guest joining us on episode 2 here at the studio. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Isabella Loera, and I don't know where I am. Please call someone else.
Okay, she's fine. So today, our humble opinion on why in the lovely city of Dallas, our school lunch is not the greatest. You just might get food poisoning from the pink chicken meat, but trust it, please. It does not have salmonella, I promise. Do any of you guys have a story before I begin with mine?
I have a story. I have a story.
Okay.
Thank you. I was in lunch and I grabbed my chocolate milk. And I would sit down. Of course, I was gonna check if the milk is expired because I'm not drinking expired milk. I checked, it wasn't expired. I opened it, I poured it out, and it had jello consistency. It was chunky, moldy, and it was spoiled.
It was spoiled milk.
Yeah, it was spoiled milk. That was disgusting.
I would have been so upset. Okay, our guest has another story.
So, there was a time where my friends got breakfast, and I asked for their juice, because they never drink their juice. So, I decided, you know what, I'm going to just chug it right when I'm right here. Because, you know what, I'm not going to go to class and drink my juice. I'm going to just drink it here while I'm next to a trash can. I tell you, that juice was sour, disgusting. It tasted, no, it just isn't it, you know? I'm sorry.
Sour juice. Wait, no, for
It
real?
was sour, really sour. It was the apple one, but it wasn't the green one, it was the pink one. It tasted really, really sour.
I just
Expired.
imagine chugging sour juice.
And I started coughing, I felt like I was gonna throw up.
No, cause me too. So I have a story. So one day at lunch, this was last year when I was in 7th grade. At lunch we were eating fish sandwiches, cause the healthiest thing, the most trustworthy that DISD can totally do. But I'm being for real right now. The sandwich came with fish skin on it. So we had fish skin on a fish sandwich, and I have the picture somewhere. On a fish sandwich, yay, DISD school lunch with fish skin on an uncooked piece of fish.
Fish has skin?
Yes,
It's
the
scales.
the scales.
The scales. The freaking scales, they're not skin.
There's skin under the scales.
Oh.
It looked yellow. I thought it was a bone. It was not. It was the skin. I don't know how some of you can trust that. Plus, it was on the sandwich bread, which, by the way, tastes awful. So that was my experience with school lunch. I remember one time we had chicken legs for lunch, and the meat was literally pink. They were like, if you don't eat your chicken medium rare, don't talk to me. Ma'am, you are gonna die.
Isn't chicken with medium rare or just not cooked all the way really bad for you? I heard the only normal thing would be with steak, not chicken.
Yeah, because steak only. So this is about to get really, really boring real quick.
Anyways, one time I was drinking my milk and I felt a chunk go down my throat while I was drinking it. Not good. Oh, Ami has something to say.
I have a story. In elementary school, my elementary school, we used to kind of do chugging contests. So people would either chug milk or they would chug jalapenos. I don't know, it was weird. And basically, I joined in, and that was that first and last time I did that, because when I did that, I accidentally chugged spoiled milk, and I got traumatized.
Okay. I got traumatized. Moving on. Not to completely dunk on the ISD's nutrition service. Sometimes it's kind of good. Okay, sometimes it's good.
Oh my.
They've given us lasagna here at our school. Yes, they've given us lasagna.
And
Sorry,
no one told me?
our guest here doesn't know that they've given us lasagna because she skips lunch every single day.
Shut up, you're exposing me.
Yeah, I don't because I'm fat. because I like eating food. I like consuming food. I don't like to skip lunch because I will feel a stomach ache since I haven't eaten. But yeah, one time they gave us lasagna roll-ups, and other times they given us like cinnamon buns and biscuits, and I'm like, okay, this is pretty good. And then the next Monday, uncooked fish. I thought we were redeeming ourselves, but I guess not. Also, speaking of food, have you guys had like empty bags of chips just like in your desk cubby where you're sitting?
Yeah.
Yeah, but mine had gum inside of it.
Oh my god, we've talked about gum in desks, guys.
Gum under desks. Find another place to put your gum. Please put it in the trash. Or in your hair, but not the desk. I do not want to.
We've talked about it. Y'all know how we feel.
They tried.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
put it in the bag.
Y'all know how we feel about gum and dust. Is it really that hard to just throw the bag away of the chips you have on the way out? I do not want to put my pencil in the desk cubby, reach down, feel someone's empty bag of chips that probably has chewed up gum in it. That is gross, okay?
Yeah, like just eat the freaking bag. Like what's
Just eat the bag.
What's the issue? Just eat it. It's that simple. Same thing with gum. You don't want to spit it out. Eat it.
Swallow it.
That's what I do.
Go ahead.
I'm too awkward to get up and throw it away, but
Go
I'm
ahead.
not that selfish to put it under the desk.
The desk is not gonna digest it for you. It's not. That's not how that works.
That's just mean, you know. Like that.
Yeah.
Those poor kids had to touch that gum.
Okay, but like for real though, that is really gross. Please don't do that. That's gross. I do not want to reach down on a desk and touch chewed up gum that has someone else's saliva on it.
Back to the lunch stuff. There's a website that the school makes of how the lunch is that day or how it looks. The lunches on there, they look so good. Like they look so good. Like they look good.
Like,
but the food that they serve us, it looks moldy, crusty. Moldy, crusty, disgusting, super oily. And on the website, no, it looks like a 5-star meal.
It looks like a
5 Michigan star meal.
Yeah, it's so good, but they're lying.
School lunch. Yeah, that's our takes on school lunch. So do you guys want to like touch on things that the school could improve about it? You know, like
Yeah.
maybe fix your AC, please, for the love of God. I do not want to sit in a classroom when it's like 100 degrees outside and I'm sitting in a hoodie. I do not want to do that, and I don't want the AC to be broken. I'm burning calories sitting down. Whenever I burn calories sitting down, that's how you know it's bad. Because I shouldn't have to be burning calories when I'm trying to write an essay for advisory, okay? Why is your AC broken, and why won't you fix it until tomorrow? And no, because we had this thing where it literally turned into a hazard. Like, we had to sit out in the hallway because it was so bad in the classrooms. And also, the AC is so broken that on regular days, in some classrooms, it'll be too dang hot, and on other classrooms, it'll be too dang cold. So the air is pumping out too much, and then in other classrooms, we're not getting enough air. So in one classroom, kids are freezing, and in the other, they're melting.
We be literally melting in classrooms, but another thing, we also be freezing. We turn into freaking icicles over here.
Icicles.
But like we're trying to do our notes. I'm over here shaking. Like that's a hazard, actually. I don't know why. I'm over here shaking. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna move away from the fan.
Guys,
it gets worse.
Guys, we can store food in our desk cubbies. It's that cold here sometimes.
Yes, and like sometimes, and then like later on they'll get mad at us. They'll be like, "Well, it's not that cold. It is cold."
It really is.
And then they're like, "Bring a jacket." We can't bring a jacket because most of my jackets are hoodies, ma'am.
Like,
I can't just cut it out. I can't cut the hoodie out. That's just me.
Are you the one sitting in this cold classroom for 75 minutes? I did not think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they're like, "Well, move away from the fan." I move away from the fan. It is still freezing cold.
We're
That
in
did
the-
nothing. It
that-
did nothing.
That fan and I are in the same room. Therefore, it's still going to be very cold. That makes no difference.
Exactly. Like, I don't know. These teachers, they're just some. Oh, dear.
It's also like admin that like doesn't understand. Hey, it's also admin that doesn't understand like it's really cold in some of these classrooms and it's also really hot in some of these classrooms. Like I don't know if I'm spending time in Canada or in Texas in 100-degree weather
Well,
because
technically we are in Texas. So.
Yeah, we are in Texas because beautiful city of Dallas that, doesn't like defeat as well. But no shots at Dallas because please don't kick me out. I don't want to be banned from Dallas. So,
That's possible.
no, I don't know if that's possible.
You can get banned from Dallas ISD. That's just concerning.
Someone look that up. I don't know if that's a thing. We're just kids recording a podcast here. Okay, so we're also gonna brush on today on things teachers get mad at us for that we see are kind of unreasonable. So if you're a teacher watching this and you're like, oh my god, they're gonna complain. Yes, we are. I'm sorry. So I don't understand why teachers get mad at me for literally dropping my pencil. Okay. I go to pick it up. I don't go to pick it up. I've had friends that told me this. They drop their pencil and they go to pick it up and they're lunch reset. That was a teacher that was last year. They would call parents home, every once in a while every period, which is a lot, by the way. Once in a while sounds like it's not a lot, but it really is if it's per period. Something else I've heard, this is actually our guest story today. Can you tell? I don't want to tell the story for you.
Okay, yeah, so this teacher, I'm not going to say any names. I actually liked her, but there were times where she could be something. Well, I was in class with one of my friends at the time, and I wasn't talking that much. I'm trying to do my work. I'm trying to focus, because at this point I didn't know at all what was even happening. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just talk a little bit, because just to hang out, because I haven't talked to her in a little bit. So I started talking to my friend, but I'm not yelling or anything. I'm just talking. By the way, the entire class is talking. There's 5 boys up here getting up, walking around, yelling, literally moving chairs and stuff. And I'm just like, okay, yeah, whatever. The teacher comes up, she's like, Isabella, can you stop talking? And I'm like, but everyone's talking. She's like, I don't care what everyone else is doing. Can you stop talking? And I'm like, okay. I stopped talking, and then everything continued. She doesn't tell the other kids to stop, so I'm confused. I'm like, why is she telling me to stop if it's not like she's telling the other kids to stop? Favoritism. Yes, it is. Because those specific kids, she knew, and she talked to them a lot still. So, I'm thinking, that's kind of mean. Why are you pointing me out, embarrassing me in front of the entire classroom? Because she yelled at me from my desk. She was like, Isabella, can you stop talking? But everyone else is getting up and talking. And I'm not exaggerating. They were literally walking around, talking to her desk. This teacher is known for doing stuff like this. I remember in the middle of the class one time, there was the same 5 kids. They were talking. And she completely stopped teaching. She just stopped. And then she just sat at her desk like nothing. And I was just there confused. Half the class was there confused. What the heck are we supposed to do? And at first I was like, you know what, maybe let me just go and ask her. And what we're doing, and before I can't even do that because those same 5 students are around her talking to her like nothing, and they won't let me get through to talk to her to ask what's happening. So yeah, that was my lowest grade.
Yeah. So speaking of which, I just want to add on to this real quick. We had a teacher in our 6th grade year. We all had this teacher for the same period. So there were days that she would literally be so frustrated because we had her for 5th period. She would be so frustrated with her last period that she had, her 4th period, and her 3rd, they added on to that kind of. But yeah, she would be so frustrated where she would literally just not teach us for the day and be like, yeah, y'all can teach yourselves. And I'm like, understandable, have a nice day. So we would just grab the packet, finish our work, do whatever. And she would just sit at her desk and be like, I am so done for today. I cannot do this anymore. I kind of just felt bad, but I felt bad for every teacher before. Because I had this teacher last year. I also had her for 5th period, which is funny. But it would we would have a group of girls in the class, and you know who you are if you're listening to this, where they would just not stop talking, and she would just try to teach over them, and then she would just keep teaching, doing whatever, writing our race response question, which in case you don't know, it's something the state of Texas decided to do, where we have to write an essay for one question. So yeah, she was doing that. She was helping us with that. And it felt like no one was listening to her. And I'm like, this is sad. What is going on right now? I was very confused. Anyways, me and Ami over there are arguing over who is the favorite of our social studies teacher. It's clearly me, I'm just saying. But I have him for first period. He literally gave me a water bottle. It's not. No, Natalie over there is trying to tell me it's someone different. It's not.
It's me. What are you talking about?
Y'all are not their favorite.
Calls me
It's
his stepdaughter.
Y'all are not his
Bro, he
favorite.
literally gave me a gift. He gave me 2 gifts for my birthday.
I know
Two
this.
gifts.
Okay,
Without me paying attention to him, he comes over to me and hugs me.
I know this might seem a little inappropriate, but Ami over there. No, never mind. It was kind of a bit of a group effort. We were trying to start a Tinder profile for him. Anyways, we're just gonna speed past that like we didn't say what we just said. But yeah. So we are going to have to wrap up this episode sometime soon because we're running out of time. So, going back to Isabella's story real quick. Yeah, about the kids that get in trouble. I have a kid in my first period that got sent outside. He got kicked out of class twice on the first day of school. I'm like, how do you manage to do that? I don't know if I touched on this on the first episode, but if I did, I'm sorry. I don't know what stories I tell. But he got kicked out of class twice by 2 different teachers, and I'm like, dude, is it that hard to literally just sit down somewhere? Speaking of sitting down, why do we have trapezoid desks at this school? Okay. So I'm not going to dunk on the school too hard because they spent good money on this. But then again, we had rectangular desks, the traditional wood desks. And then they were like, oh yeah, we're going to get new furniture. The next week, they have desks set up in hexagons because they're trapezoids. And we just have to deal with it because, there's no going back now. The cubbies feel smaller. They're very awkwardly shaped. The chairs look weird. They're blue. They look like they're part of the Dallas Public Library, right? But yeah, I don't know why they did this. And then some guy in my second period got in trouble for cutting the desk with the whiteboard.
How do you cut a desk with a whiteboard?
My point was they spent good money on these desks, and they can be cut by a whiteboard.
How is that even possible? Let me try it.
No, you do not try it because
I'm kidding.
I think he almost got sent to DEAP for that.
How do you? But I'm still trying to figure out how in your right mind you'd be like, you know what?
In your right mind.
I'm gonna cut this desk with a whiteboard.
At your big age of
I'm gonna
13.
use a whiteboard. No, how smart would you be to just be like, yeah, this whiteboard can definitely cut through this desk?
I think he was just bored and was just pretend sawing the desk with whiteboard.
But then he just barely realized, oh my god, I just broke the desk. Oh well, can't stop now.
Can't stop now. So I hope I don't get in trouble for saying this, but 2 years ago, there was a fight and I got third row seats to it. No, I did not break it up because 1, I was too scared, and 2, that's none of my business. And 3, that's admin's job, not mine. I did not record it though because I'm not like that. But that's admin's job. I'm pretty sure admin is trained in restraint, which, in case you don't know, that means actually grabbing kids and breaking up fights. I'm pretty sure they're trained in that. I'm not. I tried to do it once. I walked out with a battle scar. But yeah, that was something.
You tried to split up a fight?
I tried to split up a fight once.
Where? When? How? Why?
Okay, it was last year in my gym class. There were these 2 guys that were
Wait, don't be the hero.
No, they were playing pickleball.
Pickleball.
I think that's what it was. And yeah, they got into a fight because I don't remember why. But I was not trying to be the hero alone. Okay, I had help. I had help. Yeah, me and these 3 other guys broke it up, and plus the coach that was in there. So yes, he's doing his job. I promise he's doing his job. So that was my fight experience. I walked out with a battle scar on my hand. I think it's healed now, so it's not actually a scar, but it was just a little bit of a wound.
So I was outside sitting, the tree outside?
Yes.
I was sitting there with other people. I think with my friend. I was talking with my friend. And these 2 random boys just came up to each other and started fighting.
What?
They started swinging. Just started swinging.
No, because they do that sometimes.
They just started swinging at each other.
You really took It's on Sight too seriously.
It's on site.
I think they were kind of talking before, and then they just started swinging out of nowhere. So I was right in front of them. So I was ooh, this juicy fight right here. I was just watching. I was just watching until one of them swinged and a little too hard, and they started coming towards me. So I just ran out. I almost got hit.
I
I was like 2 inches away from getting hit. Just ran out of there. And I think there's this, I think Coach came, started separating the fight.
Okay, so I have something to say. I want to say that these 6th graders are too dang young to be dating people, okay? They're too dang... I was walking to my class, not my class, but I, like, help the office out sometimes, and I was walking to the attendance office here, and I overheard, not even overheard, because they were yelling about it in the hallway. They were like, hey, so-and-so, aren't you dating this other guy? And I'm like, what is going on right now? And she's like, no, shut up. I think she was with a different dude, based off what I got from that. But if she was, I'm very concerned. I just went to the 6th graders and I was like, hey, yo, you are way too young to be dating. Y'all are 11 and 12.
No, because there's this little 6th grader that was dating this one girl, and they're like dating for like 3 days. In the bus, I overheard him. He was like, "Oh yeah, me and her broke up," and I saw him holding hands with another girl like a day later. Like, what the hell? How do you? He hopped.
She took a crayon from another guy.
No, because how do you cheat on someone? Like,
I don't know. Like the next day, he was just holding on another girl's hand. And they're like, "Oh yeah, I broke up with her." Like, no, she broke up with him.
For more than 10 seconds. Therefore, she is cheating on me.
How do you break up with somebody and then get with another person like the next day?
No, because you know what's weird?
What the hell?
I have a friend here in 8th grade, and there is a 6th grader that likes her, and he will not give it up. Like, she's taken, right? She has a boyfriend, and there's a 6th grader that will not let it go. Like, cause like she's short too, so you could think she's a 6th grader, but if you know, you know. But yeah, the 6th grader keeps like trying to sit close to her, and she talks to us about it, and I'm just like, no, cause like she already rejected him, and he just doesn't let it be. So that's kind of it for today that we have today for episode 2. Our producer just told us we got to wrap it up. So yeah, this is where we're gonna end it off. That was episode 2 of the Young Minds podcast. I was your host Alejandro Juarez, and my other hosts Natalie and Ami. Mom, if you're watching this, listening to this, hi. That's all I want to say. Hi. So our guest for today,
Hi, it's Isabella, and I would just like to say, if Alejandro's mom is listening to this, I would just like to say hi. Also, we should meet up one day. No, I'm kidding. I got a girlfriend. Anyways, bye.
So, yeah, our guest is probably going to be working with us behind the scenes, like working on audio and stuff. So we're going to try to have other people on for other episodes, just like today. Episode 3, we're going to try to have a different guest on. But people do have other extracurriculars, so bear with us. We're going to try to work around that. This is the end of episode 2 of the Young Minds podcast. If you hear noise in the background, that's just all the other people in here coming in. So, thank you guys. Bye.